Okay, well, well, hello everybody. We're gonna continue playing I Wani Hug the Gator. Hopefully this time you guys can hear me because I saw the last recording and I could barely hear myself. But now I adjusted the microphone and I'm pretty sure everything here is just, dandy and fine. At least right now, it's just gonna be me playing because nobody here on the Discord is gonna show up. I don't think, at least not right now, maybe later. But so far, it's only gonna be me, the Glam Master, or Liz Farlane, as some people would know me by the name. Anyhow, we're gonna continue Wani from here. Yeah, on the page 2. This saves a lot here. Yeah, well, since nobody's here, I might as well do all the voices and try my best to capture the characters and all. So I'm gonna start with Yarakan. I did this portrait. Dudent Sen Poils. After he thumbtacked the shot on corkboard filled with poor snapshots of everyone else, Mr. Yarakan reassured me and sat me right next to Ben. He managed to sum up his syllabus in under a minute, instead taking the majority of the time to go over our first lesson and assignment on exposure and lighting. With each new light fixture he brought out and explained, I felt my mind swirl faster with new possibilities of old shots. If I only had that then, or if I could have used that there. Now that you have a small taste of it, we will start on your first photograph assignment, proper lightning. I'm salivating at the thought. Mr. Yadakan had just finished his first lesson where he handed out all sorts of equipment to look over. It's the first time I have handled some of these things, like the enormous box light that was still taking up the entirety of my desk. Remember though, that these are just tools meant to enhance the photo. You can highlight a turd all you want, it's still a turd. The cruel language guarantees a chortle from the few half-listening students. The teacher looks over the clock and hums. Well, I see that we managed to finish this lecture a tidbit early. Why don't you all take this last 10 minutes to compare notes, maybe even consider doing the assignment as a collab piece with a classmate? The room is quick to fill with the sound of chatter. I wonder if Hey! I turn to Ben and see his eager grin. Do you want to join a piece? Since you don't know any good spots in the school and all. I pull out the assignment sheet from beneath the lightweight light on my desk and give it a quick scan again. Present a set of photos demonstrating your understanding of proper lighting. You are allowed to borrow one lighting tool and must take the shot on school premises. And I swear I have handed out this assignment for years now. If one more student just takes a picture of the hallway outside the classroom, I'm going to personally throw them over the railing. Be original, please. I have got the perfect place for it. If we work together, we can even use 2 items. The offer is too tempting. Sure. I hold out my hand and Ben takes and shakes it, sealing the pact. My face is feeling weird from all the smiling today. But in truth, I have been enjoying Mr. Yadakan in class so much that I couldn't stop it. It feels like I have the entire world to gain from Mr. Yadakan's lesson, and the entire world to explore, seeing as ever since the move I hadn't had the time to actually explore Volcadera Bluffs. Sure, on occasion I got out on my own to parks and stuff, but who doesn't? Besides, I'd be a pretty lame photographer if I didn't go out and find stuff to photograph. And you know what? I have been meaning to do a little looking around here. So to everyone else, this assignment makes them have to explore the school, but I get to. Pretty sweet deal if I do say so myself. The hall outside the classroom is only one major photo up. Between that and the murals outside, I'm certain to find something cool. No, the murals won't work on their own. Since it was my first thought to use them, that means it's like to someone else's first thought. Ben is like, Inko, wake up! Why are you frozen? Wake up! Inko be like, can't wake up. I need to think outside the box a bit. Think of some way to use the school's architecture to take my advantage in a way that... Inko! My thoughts are disrupted by a worried-looking man. Maybe you should see a doctor, man. Head injuries are no laughing matter. I'm fine. What were you saying? I was asking how you're doing. You know, with school and classes now. Oh, right. I'm doing good. Really good, actually. I am in a class that I am 100% enjoying it and starting to make some genuine friendships. Compared to the disaster of yesterday, today has been outstandingly positive. That's good to hear. Yeah, I even got some friends now. Great! Oh, and what about your art submission? Was Liz able to help? There's some nibbling at the corner of my thoughts at the mention of the long-necked girl. Yeah, she gave me my login stuff and everything. Uploading the submission was a piece of cake after all. Awesome! Though that does make you competition now. Both Liz and I have pieces in the running too. She told me she had submitted something, yeah. I'm a bit concerned since I didn't have as much time at all to prepare anything, but... Hey, everyone's got a chance. You never know. Yeah, she was pretty cool about it too. The whole friend group is pretty welcoming. I think I'm pretty lucky. Lucky? Ben seems perplexed by my statement. You said something at lunch when Olivia vanished. I'm noticed for a silent paraplegic, she sure has a lot of people upset. You got some hidden drama with her too? No, not really. Wait, two? Who? Yadakan calls out to us, striding over to inspect. I take it you gentlemen are conversing about your assignment together. Of course, Mr. Yadakan. We are just discussing where we take our picture. Right, Ben? Well, that's good, then. Good thing you guys weren't talking about something off topic, like gossip. That would be pretty embarrassing using of your time right off the bat, I think. Especially considering you're currently the subject of some fairly humorous gossip, aren't you, Mr. Nito? I am washing a wave of shame from his words. I look at Ben, and I can see he feels it as well. If the air around someone needs clearing, clear yourself. Yadakan has a point. Maybe once a friendship is established, I can learn more about her. Alright, off you go now, and remember to get your assignment done by the end of the week. The room empties out slowly, and most of my peers still chatting and discussing their plans for the assignment. Before I can continue talking with Ben about our project, the Stuco president is already packed up and exiting the room. Also, give me just a moment, a little bit. Just checking if everything is running properly here again. Alright. Yes, we will talk later then. Packing up my own notebook, I wave goodbye to my new favorite teacher and head off to my next class. Yeah, Mr. Yada. I like Mr. Yadakan when I play the demo, which is again this whole section and a little more are just things that I play on the demo. I hopefully today I can actually reach the non demo part of this game because it's gonna be everything is gonna be new to me. So walking to history class for the first time, and it's about what I expect to look like. Pictures of historical figures, small relics from various regions, and cartography of the Earth during its stages of continental drift. Though I noticed that there is a distinct lack of a teacher in the class. Must be finishing up in their lunch, I assume. Well, better get a good seat now before they are all taken. Eeny, meeny, miny. This one. I settle myself into my chosen desk and pull out my history book and notebook, along with a pencil. As the classroom fills with more and more students, it becomes a blur of vibrant scales. A few minutes pass, and I'm still wondering where the teacher is. The soundness of the door slamming open stops and any and all noise. It's quiet enough to hear a pin drop. The figure walks into the classroom and... Oh, sweet heaven, no! He stands there and stares down at everyone menacingly. He's the history teacher, too! Thanks for walking me to my classroom, Sully. Of course, Miss Brockling. Oh, thank Raptor Jesus, he's our teacher. The Raptor woman adjusts her glasses as she scans around the room before looking down at the paperwork in her hands. Looks like we have some late arrivals. Let's get down to business. I know that I introduced myself yesterday, but for any of those who weren't here, her momentary glance at me makes me believe Sully told her about my absence. My name is Miss Brockling, and this is history class. In this course, we will learn about the history of our primal ancestors and their advancements throughout history. You can even say that it would be like going back in time. Doesn't that sound exciting? Despite her admittedly forced enthusiasm, everyone in class responds with uninterested murmuring. Not sure why though. This all sounds exciting. She walks over to her desk and places down her pile of folders before flipping over her own special version of the history book. With a click of a button, she also turns on the projector to reveal a prepared slideshow for today's lecture. To learn about the extensive history of Saurians and their culture is something I have yearned for. If you can turn your books to page 36, we'll begin with the first chapter detailing the earliest interactions between Saurians and hominids. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I think I jinxed myself. Mrs. Brockling history class is the polar opposite to Yadakan's photographic class. While her introduction to the class engaged me at first, things have slowed down into an unbearably slow crawl, should I say. My eyes scan over the introductory text of the first chapter. Despite the tension between the two groups, human settlers to the new world would continue to make overtures of trade to the native Velociraptor tribes. Pretty sure I have read this line 3 times now. I tear my eye away from the page in the hopes of blinking the boredom away. I look up to see the teacher staring down at various papers on her desk with laser focus. I must have stared too long though, because I ended up locked up in a staring contest with Brockling. She raised an eyebrow at me. Okay then, right. write down notes of pages 3 through 7 about the discovery of the new world. Without even fully comprehending the words before me, I am copying the page down to the letter in my notebook. Absent-mindedly, I begin to recall everything that's happened so far with my new classmates. Ben carries himself with a lot of refinement, and it is easily my first pick as a God damn it, English please. Photography partner. Jesus Christ, it's so hard to pronounce photography now. But then Mia girl, she doesn't seem to want to make friends. Of course, I could have figured out that out from the cold look she gave me yesterday, not to mention the rude hand gesture. Damien's very friendly, even if he can be a too enthusiastic sometimes. Can be a bit too enthusiastic sometimes. And though my encounter with Lise was brief, I can tell she's dependable. My progress in making friends has been pretty good, all things considered. But then there's Olivia. So far she's still an enigma, and coupled with the apparent history she has with the others, it makes me all the more curious about her. Liz said it would be a bad idea to get invested, but in the end it's effectively gossip and hearsay. This had come as something of a shock to me, but... And what do we have here, Miss Halford? The sudden voice of Miss Sprockling snaps me out of my thoughts. I lean my head to see the teacher looking now at... Wait a minute, Olivia's here too? As luck would have it, I share not one, but 2 classes with Olivia. I must have been so jaded from trying to read this textbook that I didn't even notice the girl in the wheelchair. I mean, let's be frankly honest. How can you not notice, a Gator on a wheelchair? I mean, she does, get the attention of, people because of the wheelchair and because, she's a Gator in a wheelchair. So how come people couldn't notice her before? Again, just a thought though, just a thought. Also, I'm hungry, so let me eat. Man, I love food. She sits in the front row, diagonally in front of me. And I don't think she noticed this strange twist of fate herself. Only the second day of the school year, and already doodling in class again? She proceeds to pick up the piece of paper from Olivia's desk. Looks like she's been drawing on it, though I can't tell what they are from where I'm sitting. Listen, Olivia, I know history isn't the most exciting subject to learn, but could you at least pretend that you're taking notes? The only response I hear from Olivia is a heavy sigh before leaning her head back down. While the teacher returns to skulking around the room, Olivia hunches over a notebook. Although I don't think those are notes she's taking. Nah, no one would do something like that with the totalitarian teacher patrolling the room. It's an attempt to get all of us to focus, but I'm fighting a losing battle to keep my eyelids from shutting. My jaw is clenched tight to suppress the loud yawn building inside, even as Miss Sprockling skulks right past me. Just before my drowsiness can overtake me, though, I notice minute movement in the corner of my eye. One of my classmates glance up at the teacher, whose eyes are roving over the opposite side of the room and down to scribble something down. The paper is then folded into a neat little note, and I watch as the next person carefully unfolds the sheet and also scribbles on it, before folding and passing it along again. Curiosity thoroughly piked. I wait anxiously in my seat for the gator, for the gator, for the paper to get to me. It's a dangerous game, passing the note along so Broccoli doesn't see it. If I am participating, does that make me a slacker? The student to my side makes his move to toss the note over. But Broccoli starts turning around right then. He flinches and drops the hot potato on my desk in a flash. I nearly slam my own paper over the page to cover it from sight. Miss Broccoli continues to lecture about how the raptors and humans eventually started to get along because they traded narcotic leaves, or something like that. And as you can see on the board here, now. I lift my paper. Luckily, there's plenty of space left. As for what everyone else has drawn, a not-so-solid attempt at a race car, rough sketches of some eyes, a bunch of doodles, names in various stylized fonts that I can only describe as graffiti, and, of course, it's not high school if someone hasn't drawn a penis. Miss Broccoli with stinky lice coming off of her. Yeesh, better not get caught with this. That being said, I'm drawing a blank. What should I draw? I don't exactly doodle every day. Drawing stuff for others is a nice gesture. Maybe I'll try to break the ice a bit. Although I don't really know anything about her. Hey, can't hurt to try though, yeah? I can think of a few things to sketch out here. Let's see. Yes, as you can see, yes, I can literally draw on a visual novel. So let's draw. As you can see, I'm no artist, people. So if anyone asks what I'm trying to do, I don't know. I wanted to do like a silly doodle of lists, but I'm just gonna draw this like silly little fella. URS. Yeah, why not? Also, this fella skipped leg day. Again, I'm terrible. I'm terrible at drawing. Thank God, I am no artist, nor do I do commissions. Yeah, remember, folks, stay hydrated. And done. I didn't have a lot of room to really work with, but as I surreptitiously admire my work, I find that I have a long way to go. It feels like I'm being mocked by the other doodles. Alright, Olivia's shirt like this. Miss Brooklyn is still turning around. Alright. If I slip the paper over Olivia's shoulder, I won't have to get up and risk getting caught. And here we go! It's a bit tricky, and I hesitate, but the paper meets its destination. She doesn't even look back, just takes the paper eagerly. It's completely different from how she was acting earlier. Her tail is even swaying side to side. Oh, is that wagging? Huh. Alright, now she's gonna see my sketch and possibly think I'm cool. She's not turning around. Well, it's not much, so it could also just... I'll be taking that. Miss Broccoli snatches the paper from Olivia's claw. She holds her arms out. She takes a glance at the paper, and a small crack of a smile appears on her face before going back to its stoic visage. So, is this how you view me? You view me, Miss Halford? Broccoli holds the paper up for all to see. Everyone in the class does their best to avoid her persecuting gaze. I know that most of you were a part of this as well. Look, I'm not asking for much. Please do your assignments when you are in class. It's the least you can do. We were just passing a note one at a time. She wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, how come all of us are in trouble? I noticed Broccoli look now at Olivia for a moment before laying out a sigh of defeat. Look, since it's the only second day, I'll let this one slide. But I'm warning you now that I won't be so lenient the next time it happens. Otherwise, you will end up like the last student who decided to be disruptive during class. What happened to him? Get a detention slip or something? Miss Broccoli pulls up the window blinds and pushes the window screen open. She then takes out a walkie-talkie. Sally? Yep, another hippie. Seat H4. Is strike! Good job, soldier. Now, if we can, let's continue. We are on the second floor. I sink back into my seat and continue writing, mainly out of unadulterated fear of experiencing the same wrath from the teacher. Man, now I feel guilty for Olivia. I was the one to pass her note after all. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. Well, I can always apologize after class. Miss Brockling places the note and continues with her lecture for another half hour. With 10 minutes of class left, I see Brockling look at the clock above the door. I did notice Olivia grabbing her attention as if she knew what she's already going to say to her. The teacher nods her head. Olivia grabs her backpack and shoves all of her things into it. In silence, she wheels herself to the door, opens it, and rolls on out. The teacher must have noticed me watching her leave. Accommodations. Well, there goes my chance of saying sorry to her. Feeling defeated, I decided to focus on writing down my notes for the rest of the time left. Although I do wonder. She must have noticed my doodle. Did she just ignore it then? Class comes and goes, and I head back home on the metro. Another day, another dollar. Though this time I pass on the mini breakfast burritos. And yes, people, we we now are on chapter 3 because again, this is like the third day of the game. After how bad they messed up me during PA yesterday, I don't want my stomach to endure that torture again. Instead, I just got a few hash browns from a fast food joint by the metro. I idly scroll through my feed as I usually do, while the metro jostles about my destination. It's been a few days now, and the strange scent of extremely cheap detergent and alcohol have become an afterthought. Some of the vines are actually plastic, and the flowers are little air fresheners. That's not actually something I notice, more so witness when a passenger tried eating one. Some of the vines are real though. For some reason, they got untouched anyways. Maybe they're just not tasty. Vegetarians don't eat their grass in their lawns after all. Right? Huh. Anyways, the lights have gone out and someone just dropped a wrecking ball next to me. Must be Mr. Ferris. Oh, good morning, Uncle. Good morning. Has work been going fine? Yes, slowly, but I'm very thorough. I hate the idea of a place of learning not being an ideal place to learn. And I appreciate our talks. Your perspective has really helped me understand the student body more. You're welcome. Hey, have you given any more thought to the fashion thing? I have, although I can't really say I really get it. There's plenty to see everywhere if you just look around. Really? Like what? Well, like, look at the girl on the other end of the car there. It's rather revealing. I don't think that's really for me. I love my wife. I just mean as an example. Well, there's an event coming up. I could see about trying something new. What would you recommend? That's a good question. What would be good to use here? In my inner eye, I conceptualize the coolest possible Ferris. The fresh machine is going full throttle. Yeah, I like her throttle. Man, I cannot wait for exit as well. First, sunglasses. His size may be a little too far apart for that. However, beanie. Moving on, big guns, fresh jacket. There we go, the coolest possible Ferris. Mr. Needle? Sorry, just thinking. Why don't you start with... So we got 3 choices here. Again, these choices are also on the demo. And I'm pretty sure they do not... they don't impact the overall score to get one of the endings. But we got radio frosted glass dim room sunglasses, cotton refab beanie 27, Malcolm's seasonal cross print jacket. I'll go with the jacket theme. Really now? Those all sound rather expensive. Yeah, they are. You know what? Try a gold chain necklace. A what? Yeah, just make sure it's appropriate size so it doesn't look silly. I'm sure it'll go a long way, and they're pretty cheap to get. Well, alright. I'll take your word for it. We sure talk about fashion a lot though. Is that really all everything's about these days? Oh, of course not. What do you want to know about? What's YOLO mean? I have heard the term thrown around recently. That was like 5 years ago. Oh. Mr. Ferris and I talk more about contemporary urban slang until we arrive at our stop. Art. Mr. Yadakan had just started talking about our first project for the class. As soon as he said the word, Olivia's hand had shut up. Her gray eyes sparkling in excitement and a smile threatening to crush the perpetual frown etched on her snout. The girl vibrates in her seat as she waves her arm in the air, trying to get the teacher's attention. Again, people, remember, always protect the Gator smile. Always. Yadakan's own smile was strained as he and Olivia engaged in a staring contest with one another. I could only marvel as the two argue with each other without a single word, should I say. Eventually, Yadakan won by turning off the lights and turning on the cheap projector hanging from the ceiling, and playing a safety video about the paint that felt far too graphic for a school setting. I don't think I'll be able to eat barbecue for a while. Thoroughly defeated, Olivia crosses her arms and pouts in her seat. And that is why we don't be using any more of is why we won't be using any more of the more exotic materials for any projects, Miss Halford. Maybe I should have just skipped breakfast entirely. Oh god, fuck, I'll have to do Olivia. And I know, like, she's like grumpy and it has a raspy voice, but again, being a dude myself, I don't know if I'll be able to do a very raspy voice. Again, my voice is not the most manly voice on earth, but I don't know if I'll be able to do her voice. But here's my shot. I don't see the problem. God, I sounded like a fucking goblin. Once you have all had the proper safety handling course, in the second semester you will be allowed to use oil-based paintings. Until the time, however, all the assignments will require safer supplies. Now, since we have pivoted to this, might as well finish the full video. The grumpy Gator holds a hand to her throat, mumbling to herself as she grabs a metal flask and drinks from it. The entire display from her was mystifying, at odds with how Ben and Liz described Olivia. In fact, it kind of reminded me of me. I can understand why, after all, Yadakan is letting Ben and I use some of his equipment in photography. That thrill of experimentation, of new possibilities, no doubt that it brings a creative sparkle to her eyes. Eyes that fill with pure malice as they glare daggers my way. Oh, was I staring? Oops. Before I could offer an apology, she already had her hands on the wheels. She rose up to Yadakan's desk. He leans forwards intently. I can't make out anything that's said for the video, but going by the occasional glare back, it's not hard to imagine. Crap, I really didn't mean to offend. Yadaka notices I'm watching, emotions from each come forward. Slowly, I shift out of my seat and approach the desk. Alright, is something going on here? Yadakan speaks in a hushed tone, just loud enough for me to hear over the makeshift matinee. Olivia is telling me you're making goofy faces at her. No! I said he's been staring at me all through class! God. My voice. Huh. It's weird, like he's never seen someone like me. Can't you move him into a different seat? Now, hold on a second. Hold on a sec there, Olivia. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. Mr. Yadakan! It's like she's a different person here. She fishes out a canteen of water and brings it to her mouth. You're giving a lot of leeway when it comes to seat assignment, but asking for something like this? I just want him to leave me alone. She sips again. What's that about? Well then, Inko, you tell us. What's on your mind? Can have disagreements between classmates this early in the year. I'm confused. I didn't know there was disagreement between us. Well, sometimes it's the little things you do that you don't even think about that affect people the most. Anything like that come to mind? I shake my head. Olivia's glare doesn't diminish away from my field of view. I mean, I have been a bit curious about her since we sit next to each other, and I'm friends with some of her friends. We all sat together at lunch yesterday. Yadakan nods to himself thoughtfully. Sounds like he just wants to hang out, Olivia. Her face scrunches at the mere thought. Not really interest. He's distracting me from classwork. I want to watch the video without being gone at. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Does that resolve the issue for you, Olivia? No, I don't want somebody in this class. She goes to take another sip, but ends up turning the canteen upside down. All out. Olivia, you can go fill that up if you want. You won't be missing anything. The video's nothing you don't already know, I'm sure. Olivia eyes me suspiciously and slowly moves out of the door towards the nearest water fountain. Yadakan sighs. Alright. He leans back in his chair with his arm resting behind his head. Inko, I told you yesterday if the air needs clearing to do it yourself. Now she's in a mood because you were staring at her like a weirdo. And here I thought you two would get along. She even gave you that sketch she made of you. Inko be like, Mr. Yadakan, were you stalking us? Of course, I am the teacher after all. Truthfully, I am impressed, but here we are. What's going on, big guy? Again, sorry. It's been a pretty busy few days. Yeah, I've got into a cool friend group. We're all gonna sit together at lunch. Olivia's there too. She didn't say much, but I got her a soda. Don't know why she's so upset at me. It's nothing personal, Inko. It's not? She is reticent, especially when it comes to change. If you're at her lunch period too, I can see why she'll be wary of you. If you don't mind me asking, Mr. Yadakan. Yes. Why is she so open with you? How do you mean? Just now, she spoke more in that conversation than all of the other times I have seen her yesterday. I saw the canteen. I figured out it's something to do with her voice, but it's surprising. Her water bottle's the other way around. It's unfortunate, but she just really rarely talks at all. And I guess she just really trusts me. I have known her since she was a freshman. She seemed to gravitate towards art and how I taught it, and soon enough I took her under my wing. But she lives with Damien, right? He's at the lunch table and she still barely talks to him. Poor kid. Hope he's doing alright. He seems to be alright. But yeah, she's distant to everyone else. So much so I keep hearing weird things about her. Yarakan leans forward in his chair, suddenly attentive. Is this about you gossiping with Benny yesterday? A bit. He showed up to the table and said something about her being the same after she left. Probably some drama there, but I don't want to pry. He nods. But also, Miss told me some weird things too. He stops nodding. I know of her. Is something wrong? No. She just said I shouldn't get invested in being her friend. Everyone's being real weird about it, so I was scared for myself. Guess that's why I was looking at her weird. Sorry. Yarakan rubs his temples. Aye. It's worse than I thought. What is it? I'll put it this way. You have met 3 people that know Olivia, other than me. Of the 3, only one thinks highly of her, and the other 2 starts unloading drama on anyone willing to listen. In this case, you. No wonder you are confused. I hadn't thought of it like that. I don't blame you. You shouldn't be involved in anything stupid. High schoolers, you know? I guess. Yarakan inhales, collecting his thoughts. Important question, then. Do you really want to be Olivia's friend? Huh? I mean, I guess. A judging eyebrow is raised my way. Are you really, or just curious about her? He seems pretty serious about this. Yes, then. Olivia returns to the class and rolls right back up to the desk. Eck. Have you changed his desk yet? Yarakan nudges his head towards me, expectantly prodding me on. I'm sorry I distracted you during class, Olivia. She looks to Yarakan and gets a similar nod. Sure. I mean, you're welcome. Thanks. Shit. But, no, really, I don't want to be distracted. Come on now, Olivia. The least you could do is give him another chance. You never know. I don't really want to know. I get he's like friends with Damien, but I don't really want to, you know? Not in this class. But I like to be your friend. She stops and raises an eyebrow. Lots of those going around recently. Like she was expecting his response. She looks to Yarakan for help. Actually, Olivia, I also think he would make a good friend for you. Excuse me? Are you insane, Mr. Yarakan? What? His words were like a battering ram. I'm simply saying to give Inko here a chance. I could almost see the imaginary bulwarks she hid behind slowly crumbling from what Yarakan was saying. You're both quite similar at heart, though you may have different methods. Perhaps you'll find some compromise behind cynicism and naivety if you work together. Finally, the last fragments of her imaginary fortress collapse. Olivia can only look at the art teacher with timid confusion painted across her features. Well, I don't. Are you for real, Mr. Yadakan? I am. He's actually another class of mine. I have seen him. He's passionate about his camera like you're with a brush. I do expect great things from him. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Sorry, I really thought, Oh! Oops, she accidentally bit her tongue. Her mouth is clamped shut. It's just my opinion. You can make your own choices, Olivia. She nods furiously. Oop. Oop. The movie's about to end. You two should get back to your seats. We're good here. Olivia side-eyes me again and nods once more. All right. He mentions for us to skedaddle. Olivia backs away to her spot. Thanks, Mr. Yadakan. For what? I just gave an opinion. I'm serious. It's up to the two of you if you want to be friends. Don't screw it up. He waves me off again and gets up to flip the lights. I get back to my seat and stare absent-mindedly at the project screen as I digest Yadakan's words. He said he only gave his opinion, but it seems he also gave me an opportunity to take the right steps in connecting with Olivia. And with what he said about her being passionate with a brush, it's got me even more curious about her artistic prowess. Oh God! Okay, water time. If I cough, I need to drink a sip of water at the very least. Good stuff. Speaking of whom, I notice that she occasionally gives me a side eye. I don't think she can see my eyes due to the dim lighting combined with my shades. She stares at me with a sense of strange curiosity, almost as if she's trying to get a read of me from my face alone. But from what I can tell by her facial cues, she seems confused and almost shaken up. It's like she wants to say something, but keeps on backing away at the last second. Guess her mind is also jostling around from Yadakan's words. Our teacher flicks the light switch, and I feel my retina burn from the bright lamps lights, even with my sunglasses. Alright, normally in your first week we'll be doing something simple, like a color swatch wheel. However, I think you all could manage something a bit more advanced. The Gator girl's head whipped around the word advanced. Whatever Olivia was thinking before regarding me seems to be forgotten, as she focuses almost entirely on the teacher. Mr. Yadakan holds up a stack of paper for us to see. First things first, I'd like for you to all fill all these topic sheets so that I know you understand how to safely handle oil-based paintings. Last thing we need is another burnt-down classroom. The way Yadakan says those words makes me imagine some pretty horrible outcomes. Once you have finished your sheets, bring them to me so I can review them. I'll be giving you the permission sheet after I'll be giving you the permission sheet after I know you won't set yourselves on fire or poison yourselves. The Allosaur guy in front of me hands back the stack, and I take a page from it before handing the rest to the Diplo girl behind me. My eyes scan over the sheet. What grade of mask do snouts longer than 3 inches require? That's a very difficult question. I don't know any girls that I don't know any in real life girls that have snouts in it. And the realization hits me. I didn't see the first half of the video. My eyes scan over the page and I grow when I see questions I have no answers for. All of them pertaining to dinosaur anatomy. The art teacher looks directly at me and to the side. I try to decipher his meaning, follow his eyes. Oh! I turn in my seat and lean closer to Olivia. Hey,
What? What now? What? What is it? I'm not gonna let you draw me.
what the hell? Looking at her paper, I see that she's already answered the questions I couldn't. I show her my own page, tapping the upper section that was still blank. Olivia grows and looks to Yadakan pleadingly. Also on the demo, the sprite of her being like extremely grumpy was different. They actually, updated, so that's cool. All she gets for her troubles is a thumbs up.
Fine. Fine. Here.
She holds out her sheet for me. Wait, isn't this cheating? The art teacher wouldn't. When did he get to his desk? Why does he have a sleeping mask? If I look over the answers, I still learn the safety procedures. So what's the difference in the end? That must be what he's thinking. Either that or he doesn't care. I copy the words from Olivia's sheet, doing my best to at least rephrase them. Some of my classmates are already walking up to Yarakan's desk. He's barely reading the pages, not even taking the sleeping mask off. Thanks, Olivia.
Whatever.
Olivia finishes her page in a few seconds and wheels herself to the desk too. The last answer I'm fairly confident on, like what flashpoint means. I get up and go to Yarakan's desk and set my safety assessment down. Good. Here's your permission slip to use hazardous paints. He didn't even bother to look over my worksheet. He lifts the eye mask from his face and looks at me with one eye. What? Most of the stuff doesn't apply to you, Inko. Just don't drink the paint or get it in your eyes and you'll be okay. Yes, Mr. Yarakan. Attaboy. Now go back to your desk and wait for the class to end. Tomorrow I'll be starting you all on something simple, like painting a cube or a ball. Yeah, model dodgeball painting. The eye mask drops down and I return to my seat. The class clock read 5 minutes until lunch. Olivia's back to leering at me. I consider what I should do or say, some sort of icebreaker. Mr. Yarakan said we are similar, and I can see some of what he means. But I am a photographer, and she's a painter. So a cubist and a datist walk into a bar. Bing bong. Have a good lunch now. The moment the bell rings, Olivia shoves most of her things into her backpack, not caring if her notebook gets crushed. Once she zips up, she races out of the classroom. Guess she doesn't want to get caught in the chaos of the lunchroom stampede. Oh boy, here comes the war zone again. I managed to avoid getting stuck in the frenzy by shuffling along the wall, the long way around the lunchroom. It's a bit longer, but at least there is less risk of getting used as an improvised meat club. Hey, why not just go in through the courtyard? It's right there next to the table. Damn it! Next time. Hey, is there a palm tree or something by the table now? Never seen one with a trunk that's green. I get around the last of the crowd and approach the table. Damien's here, chowing down on a sandwich stacked with various meats. And like yesterday, Olivia's already at the table. Hey Damien, you have seen Liz? thought she was joining us for lunch. Without a word, Damien points to the palm tree next to us. Oh crap, that's not a tree. I look up to see Liz's head in the rafters, prodding the vines on the ceiling. The ceiling was a lot lower in the computer lab, so I couldn't tell it as easily, but that neck is long. Anyways, hey Liz. Oh god, okay. Here we go again doing my Liz voice.
Hey, Nico. Couldn't see you from up here till I heard you.
Well, guess I'll go ahead to get my food from the vending machines again. Making my way over the vending machines, I do the same song and dance I did last time. A card swipe and a few button presses later earn me a couple cans of soda, 2 bags of chips, and a few candy bars. It's like when a teacher asks if you brought enough candy for everyone, only now it's true. I head back to our table, the bundle of foodstuff in my makeshift pouch, and distribute them. Olivia gets her share, but she doesn't say anything. Also, hi Pocho. Hello. I cannot hear you, Pocho. Sorry. Did I miss it? Oh, hi Adex. Oh, hold on a minute. Say something, people.
Hello.
There we go. I muted the voice chat instead of the Discord notifications.
What is Goober?
What's up? What's up?
Wait, hold on. Discord is fucked up. It's
Okay.
not working the way it should.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Now it does.
Okay, so I'm currently here. I have these 4 goobers here eating.
Nah.
Olivia gets her share, but she doesn't say anything. Okay, who wants to be Damien? Because I'm already doing Liz here, because Liz is a character that...
Ah, sweet!
Why thank you, Inko. Damien, if you be so kind.
Already on it.
Damien cracks open a can of soda just as Liz lowers her head next to him. She's wearing a novelty soda cap. Cute.
Very cute, even.
Yeah, let me... Oh, God damn it. Hold on.
No, I am so far ahead of you, goddamn. I thought you played a lot more than this.
Okay. One moment. Where's my
okay,
mouse?
if you look-
My mouse is invisible for some reason.
Oh. Is that supposed to be a thing? I don't think that's
can
supposed
you
to
guys
happen.
give me a moment? I'll be right back.
Alright.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Alright. He then speed swaps the old can with the new one, almost like he's swapping wheels on a Formula 1 racer.
Formula 1.
Thank you.
No problemo.
Liz's head cranes back up to the top of the ceiling to continue eating the foliage.
So, Nico, how's the day been so far?
It's been pretty decent, I'd say. I'm mostly looking forward to photography since Ben will show up some good photo spots. Also, I hear baby backgrounds
Ah,
on
that is me. I must apologize for the baby is in fact right next to me.
Damn, you're a father already? Damn.
No, my sister.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Damien just nods as he continues to munch on his sandwich. I think he's zoned out about halfway through my sentence. Oh, because of course he did. Oh, and also, Liz helped me submit my contest entry.
Awesome. Can always rely on ways to help you out. Hush,
Flattery,
you baby. Hush.
flattery will get you nowhere, Damien.
Just saying the honest truth. Liz entered the contest too, right? Everyone must be trying to win the cash prize.
The money is okay. Liz come down again with a mouthful full of leaves. Her hands hold up a tray with each segment filled with a different sauce. But the real prize is having your submission featured on a sponsors magazine cover and in a featured article. How is she still articulate? Do you have any idea how great that looks on a resume? Heck, I can probably get a scholarship with that alone. What? You really got all this plan out? What did you submit? She takes a moment to swallow her salad and then shares a huge grin. I submitted my best digital art piece.
Hold on, I have to deal with the baby. Continue helping me.
Okay. Guess I'll do a Damien here. Oh, what is it? What butcher? What?
Being nice to everyone.
Yeah, I guess I'll do everyone. Here. The tray set aside so she can bring out her phone to show Damien and me her entry. It looks to be a village townhouse piece, very rustic and classy. It looks pretty good. Yo, that's so cool. That looks so realistic. Thanks. Took me about a week to really blend some of the more fanciful elements into each other. I based off my grandfather's home from the old country. This is amazing! You can't even tell that this whole thing's digital art at all! Damien grabs hold of Liz's phone and turns towards Olivia. Hey, Olivia! She jumps up, having me suddenly made relevant to the conversation she was just expecting. Oh god, Olivia, so wanna hear my impression of Olivia, Pocho? Here he comes.
What?
Oh no.
I'm not giving these chips back. They're mine.
Huh? I was just going to show you this entry. Olivia narrows her eyes and leans over to see the image on Liz's phone. She then looks up and gives Damien a quick nod before returning to eating her chips. Damien smiles, falters a little at her minimal response, though he's back to his usual grin as Liz takes back her phone. Wow, Liz, I didn't know you were so into digital painting. That looks great. Do you plan on being an artist after graduating?
Aw, thanks. Well, no, I don't plan on being an artist per se. The plan is to be an antique dealer, specifically with art.
What's that mean? It means she buys the splatter canvases, everyone else just uses it for money laundering.
Har. No, it will be the real deal stuff. There's a real market out there for it. So I'm taking the AP business class and using the school's prestigious art program. It's actually why I picked this place out. there's a real elite selection of graduates from here.
Oh, you're the school treasurer too, right?
Sure am. I'm doing everything to make sure I'm ready for the real deal. I do love painting though. It's not just an ends to a means. Maybe that's why I want to get into trading. I can get the right people the right art they need.
That's very thoughtful. Huh. I should start thinking of my future more. I wonder what Olivia thinks about this, if it even interests her. Damien is just exaggeratedly nodding his heads up and down, and I don't know if he's agreeing with Liz or headbanging to something playing in his head. I look. Also, said Gator said. I look to see the side to see Olivia staring down at the chips bag, looking pensive.
Oh, I have returned.
Oh, hello, Adex.
Yes.
So did you send the baby back to his mother?
Yes.
All right. I guess I'm not the only one that's a bit worried about our long-term plans after school compared to Liz. But we got the whole year still. What about you, Damien? If you want to do the Damien voice again, that's be my guess.
Apologies, I was looking for more. I don't really have a big goal set. The only reason I'm going here is because it's closest to our home.
Damien, you know I keep telling you about planning ahead.
I know, but I like keeping my options open.
So what are you doing in school?
I just picked out any classes that seemed interesting to me. Thought I got wait, no. I cannot read today. Hold on. Though I gotta say, home economics is pretty fun. I get to make food in class and eat it too.
From learning skills in a class like that, you'll be a perfect husband.
Yeah. Wait, what?
What?
She likes the Damien-esque.
Damien Ussi.
Yes.
But
my god.
But you get back to my point, that art contest. If I win and get the interview, it's an insane advantage.
I'll say. By the by, Olivia, did you submit something for the art contest?
Oh.
She looks away, slightly deflated.
No. Really? Really? Oh crap! I might have a chance then.
Hey, Liz, that sounds a certain way.
Sorry. I didn't mean like that.
Olivia rolls her eyes and merrily goes back to munching on her chips. Mr. Yarakan said you were really into painting, and I really liked the portrait of me you made.
Whoa, see what?
Her suspicious leer is now replaced by murderous glare. I want to kill that human.
But I want to kill that human.
Yep, lunch is the perfect time to eat my feet. I haven't actually seen any of her real work, only something she's done out of boredom. Olivia's eyes close as she inhales deeply, the air of neutrality returning to her once she reopens them.
I just...
She looks me up and down again, as though something will be different this time.
Can't.
What's that mean?
Besides, even if I could, they're gonna be looking for the best artists here. So you gotta show them. So you gotta show them that to them with how good your art is. But I just don't want. I just don't want them to look at me and feel like they have to give me a reward out of pity.
Damien's face is frozen mid-bite, his sandwich losing its meat integrity by the second as his eyes flick between Olivia and I. I can practically hear the blaring alarm in his head as his brain catches fire trying to connect dots.
I love how Damien has literally just one brain cell going upstairs.
Nah, the brain cell is dead. It's just milk that it has on his head.
Only milk?
Yes. I
Oh,
want to be judged for my art and not.
Olivia struggles to formulate the next few words and lets out a weary sigh.
It would just feel undeserved.
How?
yeah, how?
Damien, shh.
Has that ever before? Has that ever happened before? Do people really do that?
You weren't there for it. Some losers used to even tell me to take advantage of it.
Why not? That was a bad move.
Dude,
man.
seriously?
Liz is gonna be like, yeet.
Yeah, yeah.
Why? So I constantly get reminded of myself? So I can separate myself from my work? So I can get complacent being worse? So I can eventually rely on it? So the playing field can be even?
That's a lot of all at once. I'm not even sure I got all of that, but I
Yeah.
definitely touched on a nerve I shouldn't have.
And then the face all in. You know. Seriously? Really?
He's gonna die. Death by
Yeah.
Dino. No, sorry. Olivia brushes her hair
Gator.
down.
Look, I don't want you to get awards and praise I haven't earned. I'm seriously not that good. I really wouldn't mean.
She sighs and takes a long sip of cola. Can I see some of your work?
No.
Man, she really shouldn't put herself down like that. I get it, a lot of the students here are crazy good at art. Some are probably better now than I ever will be, and they're just starting. It's pretty scary to think about. I mean, like the landscape of the city near the principal's office. And Dex, wake up.
Yeah.
So, landscape?
You're Dex, don't be a Damien in real life. Be a Damien on the game, okay?
I am literally Damien in real life. I am as low as him.
And you don't have a long neck girlfriend?
Yeah.
What a shame. Hold on, I took a shot of it. It's a bit tough. It's a bit tough getting my camera out now with all the books I need for class in the way. I let out the contents of my backpack, taking my treasured DSLR out last. After finding the shot in question in the menus, I turned the display towards everyone else so they could see the glamour shot. A freshman made that painting. Just from looking at it, I can see why he won first place.
That me,
I drew that.
Oh,
obviously.
Her name is on it, isn't it?
my brain finally makes the connection with the signature on the mural. That was you?
Is that much of a shocker to you?
Gotta be, yeah. It looks amazing.
I mean, it's whatever. Had to have some dumb guy to help me out, so isn't like I was the one who did it at all.
So when you say you can't enter, it's because you already won once.
Yeah, basically.
She looks away from us, eating her chips in silence. I have heard the expression of being one's worst critic, but I never expect Olivia to kick herself this hard. I am mentally kicking myself thrice over just for thinking the last part.
In the pool.
And then there she is back again. What? Something wrong, Liz? Did she bite her tongue or something? Why is she imitating one of those pitcher plants right now? Damien.
Later.
Oh, Liz?
What's with the look, long neck? Just surprised to see you in better spirits is all. You're making it weird. Don't make it weird.
Yeah, it's been ages, Olivia. To think a Randy like Inky here got you to open up like this in just 2 days?
He gestures to me.
What did you do, man? What did you do, man?
The girl in question. I Wani banged that Gator. The girl in question freezes, Damien's thoughtless comments having thrust her into self-awareness.
I fucking hate you, Damien.
And she just leaves.
Gone.
That's the win.
Olivia, wait.
She's
wait.
gone.
Well, she did give a warning.
Yeah. I was just excited. She was making good progress.
The rest of lunch we spent trying to talk about this art process. Damien looked like he wanted to try bringing Olivia back into conversation, but no one had any idea where she had gone. Still, a part of me thinks she wants to talk. So why doesn't she? Sadly, a question for another time, as Olivia's departure seems to signal the end of lunch. At least Liz and Damien waved goodbye, leaving me to clean up all the trash from the table, including everything I have removed from my backpack. Darn it. Photography class comes and goes. Since we are partners, Yarakan gives Ben and I the green light to walk around the campus. Ben shows me around to see his prime photo spots and such, and as such becomes my impromptu tour guide. It's actually pretty neat to see the parts of the school that I haven't explored yet until now. Places like the music hall and recreational pool were the most interesting to see.
I can do Ben.
Currently at the
So you don't have to talk to yourself again.
Currently at the courtyard, Ben points out the views of the outer landscapes around the school. No wonder why Ben was eager to show me. These views are impeccable. But while he's explaining the image he has in his head, my mind still wanders back to Olivia. I wonder what did I to make her express herself so much. Okay.
Ingo?
I wanna be Ben.
Ingo? Yeah, I can do Ben. Ingo!
It sounds like you're saying Ingo. Ingo.
Ingo. Gringo.
Gringo.
Good man.
Dex, you don't have the right to say gringo. You're from Germany.
Fuck.
You're gringo as well, just European gringo.
No.
Yes. Huh?
I was asking if you'd be available sometime the weekend to take photos.
Oh, I'm free on Saturday.
Excellent. We can meet up back here.
Sounds good. As we head back to class, I begin to think if there's something I can do in history class. Back in history class, Miss Brocklin continues prattling on about. And after a final offensive that led the entire city of Triceratops destroyed, the Chthonian hegemony was defeated, bringing an end to the crimes against both Dino and humankind. With that, the Dino-Human War came to an end and peace was finally declared after 10 years of strife. Of course, there was the matter of rebuilding and dousing all those fires still burning, as well as what to do with all the bodies and... I should probably care more about Brocklin's lecture since history has extremely strong cultural connotations. But man, it is boring. Ahead of me, Olivia has returned to her default sullen, deflated gloom. She's not glaring back at me, so she's probably over whatever that was, or she still doesn't know I am here. Boy, would that be entertaining to see, assuming I don't end up with a mechanical pencil jammed through a lens. The other students are similarly bored, only occasionally marking down something whenever it sounds like it will be on a review sheet at the end of the week. There it is, of course, no more note passing today. Miss Broccoli's effusion yesterday must still be on their minds. There won't be any more chances given, and even though she doesn't seem threatening on her own, the consequences will be dire. Especially if she can call Sully over like her own personal enforcer. There's simply no getting around it. This is just a period we'll all have to sit through. And there is even any solidarity to be had in our shared misery. It's simply the reality of high school history class. The only saving grace is that she isn't stalking around the room looking for us to do something wrong. Instead, we are being lectured at. My hand mechanically copies down whatever she's written on the board. And while I should also be paying attention to what Miss Brocklin is saying, I am more than certain that we'll be reading the exact same things from our heavy textbook. So my eyes wander away from her and the board to scan over my peers, all equally as words and fighting in interest. Eventually, there's a bit of movement ahead of me. What she's up to now? Olivia folds a sheet of notebook paper back and forth discreetly, creating a deep crease. Then she licks her finger and runs along the crease and gently pulls. The paper rips along the seam silently. Oh, is she really risking it? What's she even got to gain? It's just a note passing game. Maybe she feels bad because she got caught yesterday. Oh boy. Olivia passes the note to her left. The student next to her raises an eyebrow, but surprisingly takes the note, and immediately passes on without looking at it. One by one, my classmates pass the note along to the next. Nobody dares open the note and write something in. I surreptitiously keep track on the note in the corner of my eye, as it makes its circuit around the room. Thankfully, Mrs. Brockling's eyes are focused on the board when I feel a tap on my shoulder. I reach for my ear as to give a scratch, and the folded page is pushed into my waiting fingers and against my ear. As I feel an edge grind against my earlobe, I chew my lips to keep the hiss of pain contained. Probably unintentional, but a paper cut still stings bad, especially on such a fleshy part. Ow. My fingers toy with the bundle of paper now at my desk. No one else has had bothered with. I wouldn't exactly call it an empty canvas, but there could be potential here. There's a crumpling noise beneath my fingertips. Must have unfolded while I was thinking. Looking at the soldo on the sheet, I see a pretty simple red drawing with a very realistic hand next to it, giving a thumbs up. There's plenty of space this time, and Miss Sprockling is preoccupied at the front. I doubt she even noticed. The temptation is there, making my fingers itch at finally getting a real chance to do something funny in this sleep-inducing class. In fact, I have the perfect idea in my mind that catch Olivia's attention. If that doesn't ruin everything, that is. She's noticed uncompassionate, but Miss Sprockling has a lot of less tolerance for horseplay in her class. Horseplay. Yeah, funny word. We probably wouldn't get another chance. And going by Coach Sully one chance policy and how these guys aren't even considered playing alone, I bet it really wouldn't be pretty. Kind of makes me concerned for Olivia. I could just hold it on the note and give it back after class. Heck, Olivia wouldn't even know. I don't think she even know I'm in this class. Alright fellas, so we got first option, draw the Gator girl on a half pipe or hold on the sheet till after class. So
I personally went with the first one.
So what should we pick? First option or second option?
I don't know what happens with second option, so second option.
No, okay, you said you picked the second option, Dex?
No, I picked the first option, but I don't know what happens with the second option.
So, Pocho, are you still here? No, he dead.
I vote for second option.
He died of Gatorma. I'll vote for first. Draw the Gator girl on a half pipe.
Oh.
Yes, I want to draw the Gator girl. What's life without a bit? Nah, he
did.
He did. Also, a moment is what? Who the fuck pinged me? Okay. Okay. I wait for Miss Sprockling to start a new tangent to make sure I have enough time. She just says something about the single continent movement, time to move. This is going to be basically a stick figure, but it's just a doodle. If only you could doodle a photograph. I'm not sure what I mean by that. I also don't know how to draw a wheelchair. In the end, it looks more like an abstract deception of a ball-legged T-Rex than what I wanted. Oops, it will have to do. I checked it over one last time as if I had the conceptualization to improve it. Oh well. I pass the note forwards, carefully not to notify the teacher. Olivia takes the note over her shoulder, once more not checking it. She seems to deflate a bit on an opening, and when opening the note. Probably because of all the blank space. Doesn't look like she recognized whatever I did either. Maybe I should talk about it with her after class. I don't know, seems like an okay thing to do. She just passed the note again. What? Once more, the process of student taking the note and passing along without looking at it. Although this time it's a little more collectively annoyed. It probably wouldn't go around again. Why the heck would Olivia send the note around again? Nobody's going to change their mind and draw something now. It is desperation? Thoughtlessness? Whatever it is, the note's coming my way again. Once I take it, I confirm that yes, once again, nobody else wrote anything. However, there is a new doodle of a rat with a flamethrower from Olivia. Cute. Alright, guess this time I will draw... How about adding myself to the sketch of the half-pipe? This time I just depict myself as a stick figure. No use to try to go outside my skill level for a no-passing game. It's simple enough to do. I even include my sunglasses. Yeah, I'm liking this. Maybe I should also make sure Miss Sprockling isn't looking my way. Yeah, she's not right now. I'm in luck. Alright, time to pass this on. I pass the note forward once more. Olivia pitches the note between two fingers, still not looking back. I keep saying that, but I guess it's not weird. Why would you look back in that situation? She checks the note and looks a bit down again. She glints up to the corner the corner I had drawn in it. Wreck! I nearly fall off my seat from the sudden loud noise. There's a moment of unwavering silence before a voice speaks out. Miss Halford? The girl in question shrinks in her seat in embarrassment.
Sorry, Miss Brockling. I saw a spider.
Miss Brockling simply sighs, muttering to herself and turning her attention back to writing more notes on the board. She turns her head back slowly, just enough to be able to make eye contact with me. While she eyes me with judging contempt and curiosity, I see her hand steadily massaging the tip of her tail. Looking at the floor, I think she managed to chip the linoleum. As soon as Sprockling turns around to continue teaching, Olivia scribbles something now. She turns to look at me once more, hesitating. Then she flicks the note in my direction. It completely misses me. I try to catch mid-air, but end up slamming my face onto my desk to get it.
Mr. Nito, what was that noise?
I palm the note to my sleeve and strain to keep my injured eye open. The teacher probably meant the foot stomping. I found a spider, Miss Prockley. The teacher grimaces.
That better be cleaned up by the end of class, Mr. Nito.
Yes, ma'am. I breathe a sigh of relief as my excuse weathers Miss Prockley's stares. She turns a few pages in textbook lying on her desk, instructing the class to do the same as she searches for something. She's distracted. I can finally see what Olivia drew. There's now a surprisingly detailed dodgeball whizzing towards my stick figure's head. I want to be upset, but I find myself admiring her motion lines. Seriously, she should be an animator. I mull over what to add and settle on giving the large red sunglasses as well. A few seconds later, he looks twice as cool as before. I look up to Olivia, pondering how to get back to her when a sinister idea comes to mind. Her hood hangs open as she rests on her back. It's a tough shot, but... Bingo! Olivia scratches at the back of her neck and finds the note. She looks back with squinted eyes, judging my intent and scanning me for foul play. She mouths something at me, a question I think, but I'm not the most apt lip reader, especially when said lips are twice as long as a human's. Still, she unfolds the page, and seconds later she's already added a new sketch and folded up. The note lands neatly on my desk this time, and I inspect the latest edition. More rats doing decidedly non-rat activities. I wonder what she thinks of a cat this time. We continue past the sheet back and forth, adding new sketches and adding to others. My fingers are starting to tire when Miss Broccoli addresses Olivia. All right, Miss Halford, you may leave now. Everyone else, you may take the last 5 minutes to start on your homework. Olivia takes her time to pack away her supplies, occasionally glancing my way. Gone is the paranoia. It's now become just plain confusion. As if I only played the... Yes?
Look in the group chat. We won.
Yeah, the fact that Goodbye Volcano High didn't have a lot of people playing it at launch. I don't give a... Quite frankly, I don't give a shit, really. As someone who played both games, I quite frankly don't give a shit about competition between these two.
Fair enough.
As if I wouldn't play the doodle game thing with her. Even as she wheels out of the room, I notice her eyes still on me. I give her a wave goodbye, and she seems shocked by that, turning her head and finally passing through the doorway. Right then, homework. Ah, crap. It not only now occurs to me that there's a pretty good reason the teacher doesn't want us slacking off during class. For the last 5 minutes, I tried to speed read the second chapter in its entirety. Failing to get any good information to use for today's homework, I resolved to just check online for a lecture that's not as boring, maybe with some good animation even. When the rest of us are finally excused, I realize that I have still got the page full of doodles. Considering all the stuff on it, it'd feel like a waste to just toss it away. I decided to keep it, slipping into it in one of my binder's extra plastic sleeves. With everything safely packed away, I shouldered my bag and exited the room. Man, now I get why Olivia gets to leave some classes earlier. The halls are so packed and chaotic once class ends. I always end up being pushed around by rowdy students headed towards their next classes. Once school ends, it's even worse. When I saw it yesterday, it was something else. The word riptide comes to mind. I end up just waiting around for a few minutes for the flow to die down. It looks like that's just going to be my routine now. I passed by a few more art displays on my way to the stairs back down to the first floor. This isn't the art wing, but there's still a bunch of displays up. Maybe there simply isn't enough space? Something pressed into my chest and lurches me to a stop. Dad, is that you? No, it's the Gator. It's Olivia, holding an arm out to stop me. She's still staring me up at me, though less suspiciously. Her jaws open, but no sound comes out. She realizes her hand is still out and it retracts awkwardly, indecisively darting between her hoodie pocket and her armrest. Is she expecting something? Oh, the note maybe? Hey, you could have told me. Huh? That you were on Miss Brooklyn class too. You could have mentioned that. Sorry, guess I was sort of aiming for a bit of a dramatic reveal there. She brushes her hair aside. Well, whatever. Later, I guess. Why did you stop me out here? She stops her chair mid-turn, with gray eyes contemplating the dirty floor. I don't really get you. Olivia's eyes turn back to me, and now I can see the nervousness in her pupils. Why do you care? Why indeed? Well, I guess the main reason is I want to be friends. With me, though? Sure. Those tiny moments in which I saw the Gator Girl hyper animate come to mind, and I can't help but smile. Those small shows of just genuine feelings. I think Mr. Yellowcon was right, honestly. Olivia hums in disagreement, finally turning away. Okay. Ah, crap. Maybe that was too forward of me. I swing my backpack around so I can reach inside of it. I still have that note. Note? What? With the doodles from class right now? Why? Just figure out you wanted. It was fun filling out and all. Just as I'm about to pull up my binder, the Gator Girl looks back at me and shakes her head. It's just doodles. You can throw it out. Keep it. If it is so important. For the briefest second, I swear I saw her mouth form a tiny smile. But now she's back to look at neutrally at. Huh, didn't notice the school had elevators. Why don't more people use it? She flashes a key from her pocket, so it's part of her accommodations. Makes sense. By now the hallway has cleared up a bit. The rail elevator arrives and Olivia rolls in it. Oh god. She moves her arm to push the button and jams the key in some slot. What's to look for?
You come in?
Oh. I slide in beside Olivia just before the door closes. It's probably safe to catch your foot in just. It's probably safe to catch your foot in and just reopen, but man, this thing is ancient. There's an inspection certified lazily plastered above the door from this side. It's covered in coffee stains and other signs of age. Is this thing really safe? Olivia shrugs.
What's the worst that happened? Our legs break?
She eyes me with a smirk. This may have been a mistake. My heart drops at the space around me seems to drop for a split second. The sound of the worn out elevator mechanics fills the cramped space. How slow is this thing? I look over to Olivia. She uses this thing daily. Surely it normally runs smoother. Her mouth hangs slightly open in an amused grin, watching my sudden onset claustrophobia.
Relax, dude. This is normal.
Alright, this is normal. This thing jostling around like it's going to drop us at any second is completely normal. When we reach the bottom, the doors clunk open and I practically fall out. Olivia casually rose from behind. Somehow, I sense it's with a degree of superiority.
Anyway, see you later.
Oh, yeah, see you. Olivia rounds a corner and I'm left on my lonesome. My senses return to me and I'm starting making my way to the metro station. I'm getting close to the new chapters. Very close. So close. I can taste them. As I make the journey home, it strikes me how much progress I've made with Olivia. It's definitely still in its awkward phase, but I can see that she's opening up little by little. And it starts to become amusing seeing her get confused by my friendly gestures. All in all, I got a pretty good feeling about this. Liz and Ben sure we're overreacting though. I'll be sure to tell them all about it. A week into September has come and gone, and I'm finally feeling acclimated to St. Hanan. Things have been going pretty smooth lately, if I do say so myself. Over the past week or so, I've been getting more and more used to my new friends, learning new quirks of them daily over lunches and in our classes. Like Olivia's penchant of tail whips. As I sit on the metro to school, my foot comes up to prod at a tender spot on my shin. I also learned not to borrow Olivia's stuff without asking. She usually tries to keep to herself, even when we are partnered up. But I do my best to play it nice. Not to say she's being rude or anything, just quiet. More and more, I kind of figure out that the part of her silence was just nerves. Accepting the silent facet, I think we found some small understanding between us. Enough that I think she's starting to see me as a friend now. Among other things, Damien and Liz had given me their numbers. or rather, Damien gave me both Liz and Liz's numbers. At first, I thought that Liz would be mad that Damien had basically doxed her, but she didn't seem to mind when he explained his reasons. Ah, great, doxed my girlfriend to another guy. Beautiful. I also got Ben's numbers since he figured out we'd be doing a lot more team projects in photography class. My eyes roll over the past message from my new friends. I became so engrossed rereading them that I nearly missed the announcement when I stopped. I scramble to get off the metro. The closing doors just catch my jacket and force me to yank it out before I'm dragged down the tracks. I'm not going to let that bring my mood down though. It's Friday, meaning after today comes the weekend. It's a quick walk from the station, and I can see the school enter my field of view now. The school looks completely barren. Is it closed? Weird. I look around at some of the small stores that surround the school, the ones that are usually staffed by student workers. They are also empty. One of them has lights on, but it just looks like the manager looks solving some paperwork inside. I don't recall any announcement about a holiday today, and while I admit to having forgotten what day it was in the past, I am absolutely certain it's Friday. So where's everyone? Even the entry to the school is buried. The door probably won't even open. Yep. Hello? I dance a bit in front of the camera, watching the door. It does not respond. You know what? Damien wouldn't know what's going on. I flip through my contacts and find Damien's number. I put the phone to my ear and pray that he picks up. After a minute or so of waiting, the dial tone cuts off and is replaced by Damien's voice.
Wait. Yo, what up, Nico?
Hey, Damien. I am at the school right now, and it looks like no one's here. No. What's that about?
What are you?
There's a brief pause on the other end of the line.
Oh.
He pogged.
Didn't you hear?
Hear what?
Today's the last one of this season, so everyone's celebrating.
Celebrating?
Yeah, we're actually having a cookout at my place today. So, you wanna come over?
The generous but spontaneous offer causes me to hesitate for a moment to respond. Thanks for the offer, Damien, but it's alright. I wouldn't want to intrude on your guys' party.
Wow. It's not a big deal at all, my dude. My folks enjoy the company. There's gonna be plenty to eat too. Plus, Olivia's here as well.
I weigh my options. Either go to the party or I could just take the metro back home and sit in my room doing nothing.
Inky, you still there, buddy?
Yeah, it's still here. It was just clearing my schedule. You sure it wouldn't be an issue?
Of course not, amigo. A friend of mine is a friend of the family.
Well, alright then.
Nice. I'll text you the address. See you soon, compadre. Same for me. I'll head out now. Probably.
Okay.
To bed.
Good night, Adex. Have Gator dreams.
Will do. Aye, sir.
With that, the call ends, and not a few seconds later, I get a text notification. 61193 Crichton Road. Go to the long way around the neighbor. Doesn't go the long way around the neighbor. Doesn't chain his dogs. I copy and paste the address on my Google Maps and... looks like Damien lives pretty close to the school. Of course, it's a little longer taking Damien's instructions, but I'm not about to try outrunning a loose dog with my physique. Well, better make my way over there then. 61189 61191. Here it is. 61193. The house looks standard for a house in this neck of the woods or neighborhood. It's a one-story place, but it looks pretty spacious. Definitely a family house. I walk up to the stone step path to the front door and ring the doorbell. The grocery bag wrapped around my fingers is starting to chafe a bit. I could have just come right away, but I felt bad coming over empty-handed, so I got something for the party. A simple salad bowl from one of the local stores on the way over. It doesn't seem like much, but as my mom taught me, it's courteous to come to a party with something. Actually, I realized how ill-prepared I look for an end of summer celebration. With Damien mentioning a pool, everyone else must either be wearing casual clothes or similar. Meanwhile, here I am looking overly formal. Not like I could have thought to bring swing trucks to school. The door swings open and out steps Damien. Inko! Whoa, man, you're crazy earlier. And you have come bearing gifts. I'll be right back, people.